So in the previous lectures, I discussed basic concepts of IoT systems and also what types of components is required if you are going to design a IoT systems. Now today I'm going to discuss the next is outline the evolutions of IoT. So how the IoT will started, how this IoT will evolve. Actually, this is the history type of things that technical things. So you have to know about that first, which devices came in that, and then after that, it will be started with some modifications, and you are going to use that whatever devices today. So this is the perfect IoT devices. So now, so you have to the first telemetry system was rolled out in Chicago way back in 1912. 1912. So in 1912, the first telemetry systems was rolled out. So after that, it means that it is said to have used telephone lines to monitor data from power plant. So what is the use of these telemetry systems? This, with the help of these telemetry systems, you can able to monitor whatever the data is available in the power plants. So in any power plants, you can monitor the data with telephone lines. Remember that, with telephone lines. So all of you aware about that, the fax machine. I think so. So fax machine, whenever emails are not available, email is not available, then at that time the fax machine will be used. And this, with the help of this fax machine, you can able to send the data or you can able to transfer the data from one place to another place. So how this fax machine will work? So this will depend upon the telephone lines. First, if you want to transfer the data or if you want to send any documents, then first you have to ring the telephone number. When you are ringing the telephone numbers from the other side, he will receive the calls and you have to then I want to fax some documents. Say when he will allow to the fax machine, and then at that time, whatever you are sending that same papers is receiving at the other end. It means that information is printing on that page. Okay, so in this way, you are Hello, are you getting my voice? आवाज आ रही है किसी को?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I'm talking about that fax machine. So whenever you are going to use the fax machine, it means that in the previous some years before, you are going to use the fax machine to send the data from one place to another place. So, and this is also working upon the based on the telephone lines. And this is the first telemetry system which is waiting for the monitoring to power plant. It is also based upon the telephone lines. So with the help of that, you can able to monitor the power plants. And also when telemetry expanded to weather monitoring in 1930s. Now with the same telemetry in 1930, it is expanded to monitor the weathers. What is the weather forecast? So when a device known as a radio sundown became a widely used to monitor weather conditions from balloons. In this, what will happen if you know a radio sundown?
This is a device. Okay. So this is the device. With the help of this device, you can able to
Monitor the weather.
So how can you monitor the weather?
So actually, what will happen? This radio sundown devices it will be there. These devices is fitted in the balloon, and you can leave the balloon in the air.
So this radio sonde, it is a battery operated power telemetry instruments carried into the atmosphere usually by a weather balloon that measures various atmospheric pressures and transmit then by a radio to ground to receiver. Now in this case, with the help of this, you can able to monitor various parameters of the weather, and also you can send this data to the radio lines. Like when you're sending the FM, AM, so one bandwidth is there. With the help of this band, you can able to send the data from the air to the ground. So in 1912, the telemetry system which is used for monitor data power from power plants, and then 1930s you can able to monitor the atmospheric parameters weather forecast in 1930s. Now after that in 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik with it the space race. In 1957, the system which is launched like a Sputnik for the spacecraft. So this has been the entry of aerospace telemetry that created the basis of our global satellite communication today. Okay, so remember that in 1957, from 1957, you are sending the some embedded systems or some devices so that it will transmit the data from the satellite or from the space. So this is also helpful in that. And nowadays, all of you know that when you are whenever you need to collect the informations regarding the space, anything, either let us consider if you're talking about the Mangal Graha, what will happen? All are searching that in the Mangal Graha, what is there or not. On the moon, how can you, what is the weather like? What is the weather forecast? So if you want to know about that, then you can use this type of devices, and so that you can able to get the informations wherever you are not able to present at that. So remember that. So now the broad adoptions of M2M technology. M2M technology defines that machine to machine technology. Till now, whatever you've seen that either human beings which communicate with the device, or device is communicating with the human beings, or human is communicating with the humans. But in these IoT devices,
machine will communicate with another machine. That is called M2M technology. So M2M technology, it means that machine to machine technology. So machine to machine technology, what will happen? One machine will communicate with the other machines. So these things will happen in the 1980s. 1980. So in 1980s, all are going to connected with, it means that machine is connected with machines, and one machines will send the information to the another machine, and also the other machine will send the information to the one machine. With a wired connections, with wired connections. So remember that. With wired connections for SCADA. Now whatever machines are connecting at that time, it is connected with the wired devices, and also for SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisitions. What the SCADA is doing on the factory floor and in home and business systems. Now what will happen? Let us consider you have a plant. In plant, there are so many devices will be there. And I want to supervise all the devices. In these conditions, you are going to use the SCADA. That is called supervisory control and data. So let us consider nowadays in the companies, PLCs will be there. Programmable logic control will be available. With the help of that, you can design any system to do a specific task. But if I want to control or if you want to supervise all the PLCs in a company or in a plant, then SCADA will be required. Since with the help of this SCADA, we know that all the informations regarding all the devices which is implanted in the plant. So SCADA is playing important role and vital role for that. Now we can see in 1990s. In 1990s, now you have to take care of this. You can see 1912 to 1930. It will take 18 years to do some another things. And also in 1990, 1930 to 1957, it will take 27 years to do another systems. And also you can see from 1957 to 1980, it will take that M2M technology. So the technology, if you are going to introduce, this will be very efficient. It will take more time to discover all the things. Now in 1990s, it means that in 10 years, M2M began moving toward wireless technology. Firstly, machine to machine communications will happen with the biotechnology. And also after that, after 1990s, we are trying to communicate with the wireless technology. There are various wireless protocols are available. You can use depending upon your applications. And now Ademco. Ademco is a company built their own private radio network to address intrusions and smoke detection because budding cellular connectivity was too expensive. Now, in the previous cases, what will happen if you want to exchange the data or if you want to use the IP devices, then you are going to use the telephone lines. So all of you know that previously telephone lines are very costly. So when you are going to use the telephone lines, it means that you have to pay more. So in 1998, Admeco, what will do? He will set up one private radio network. And with this radio network, he is going to send all the informations like radio. And then after that, you can see in 1995, after 5 years, Siemens introduced the first cellular model built for machine to machine technology. It means in 1995, Siemens developed one first cellular model. It means the mobiles will exist. And also this will work for the M2M technology, machine to machine technology. Now the concept of Internet of Things first became popular in 1999. So before 1995, it's going in a developing phase. We are trying that. If we are trying the systems and we are doing with that systems, how efficient it is. So again, it will going to discover one by one. If any drawback is there, then you have to remove the drawback like that. Okay. Then in 1999, we are going to use the Internet of Things first, and then through the Auto ID Center at MIT and related to the market analysis publications. Okay. So now the radio frequency identification was seen as a prerequisite for the IoT at that point of time. So first of all, we are using the RFID. All of you know that RFID tag. So all of you have an ID card. In that ID card, I think so RFID tag will be there. So it is a barcode. With the help of barcode, we can recognize the actual data with the help of RFID. Okay. So what will happen in RFID? With the help of RFID, you can able to connect with machine to machine. Let us consider I am sitting here. I have ID card. I will give the ID card to the library and then he will issue one book. So I am not present there. It means that it will go to machines networking और मतलब पर machine to machine technology. So सबसे पहला जो IoT का था वो RFID के थ्रू आया था. ठीक है? You have to remember that. Now, if all objects and people in daily life were equipped with the identifiers, computers could manage and inventory them. Now, nowadays, whatever scenario is, the scenario is there are so many objects around you. And even if you feel that how many devices is behaving like IoT. So IoT device represents that the device which is capable to take the data and after processing, he will send the data. Or you can say that simply he will transmit the data from one place to another place. So you can tell that type of devices is called IoT devices. Okay, so various types of devices also you can made of that. There is no problem in that. So besides using RFID, the tagging of things may be achieved through such technologies as near field communications, barcodes, QR codes, Bluetooth, and digital protocol. Now you can see with the help of RFID tag, I would love to know that RFID tag. Whenever you go in the shopping mall, in the every object, barcode will be there. Correct? With the help of that barcode, the price will be fixed in that system. So he will catch the barcode, he will read the barcode, and automatically the price will be entered in the computers. So now the RFID will be technologies. Now it is called NFC, near field communications. So anyone have any idea about NFC? All of you know that NFC. Nowadays, some debit card or credit card is coming with NFC enabled card. Whoever is NFC enabled card, you can see on that card one particular chip is there, like SIM card. Like SIM card, one chip is there. With the help of this chip, it is used as a information. तो इस चिप में क्या होता है? उसके कार्ड की पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर होती है. So whenever you go to the shop, all of you seen about the POS machine. So with the help of POS machine, the shopkeeper will withdraw the money with your card. So there are two ways he will withdraw the card. So first thing is he will insert the card and then he will ask the PIN for that. Okay. But the second option is he will only touch the card on the POS machine and the money will be detected. So every bank has setting the limit of this type of transactions, minimum 2,000 to max. Some banks having 2,000 rupees, some banks having 5,000 rupees. So this type of constants, this type of limit will be decided by the bank. So but whenever you are going to touch the cards with POS machine, that is called near field communication. So in near field communication, always two types of devices there. One is called active devices and one is called passive devices. So when we are talking about the active devices, it means that it required the power. But when we are talking about the passive devices, it means that it does not require the power, but he will functions when he comes to the near the active devices. Like when we are talking about the several cards, these cards comes under the passive devices. There is no power requirement with that. But when you are talking about the POS machine, so in the case of POS machine, battery power is there. So you can tell that this POS machine is called active devices. So I'm talking about POS machines. So POS indicate that point of sale machines. So you have to know about that point of sale machines. Okay. So in this way, NFC will work. And also one more important thing is if you have NFC enabled card, then don't try to give anyone. Since in this way, these transactions, there is no PIN required. So without pins, he will withdraw up to 2,000 rupees or up to 5,000 rupees. It depends upon the various banks. So you have to know these type of things. Otherwise, anyone can make fool. Anyhow, you are an engineer, so you have to know all the things so that you can secure your things. Okay, so that's why this technology is very harmful, very dangerous. Anyone can withdraw the money without any concern of yours. Okay, but also it is a very fast. Let us consider if you are not using the NFC, then for payments, you have to insert the card. Then he will do all the things. And then after you will enter the PIN, then he will connect to the servers and then he will withdraw the money. But with the help of NFC, just you can tap the card, the payment will be done. So within few seconds, the payment will be carried out. So you have to take care of these things. After that, NFC technology will be there. Now barcodes. So everyone have seen across the barcodes. Whenever you go into shoppings, every object will be comply with the barcodes. With these barcodes, every information will be there. It means that price, models, all of this. Also QR codes. So nowadays, QR codes, when you are going digital payments, QR codes is there. Either Paytm QR code, Bhim UPI QR code, Google Pay QR code, PhonePe QR code. So everyone having a QR code. So this QR code is used for the particular users to use it. And also this is very fast when you are doing the payment. And it will read easily. Now Bluetooth. All of you aware about the Bluetooth? All of you are using the Bluetooth. Now when you are using the Bluetooth, with the help of this Bluetooth, you can able to send the data. It means that whatever technology is there, with the help of this technology, you can able to send the data. but they are having some limitation. So in the case of NFC, you have to bring this card near the POS machine. In the barcode, you can see the distance is more. You can throw an infrared red light on this barcode. This will be read by that. Same way QR code also. From the far distance, it will capture the QR code and it will transfer the money. So in all the stages, you are going to transfer the data. Okay, so with the help of this, whatever the technologies will be there, that technology will be used for storing your informations, and with the help of informations, you are going to validate it and you can able to do that. So same way it is called Bluetooth. With the help of Bluetooth also, you can able to transfer the data. Whenever you are going to transfer the data, it means that Bluetooth having some range, 4 meter, 5 meter, it depends upon the Bluetooth devices, which is built on the systems or special devices. So there are so many things are there, and this technology like digital button marking, and also you can tell Zigbee. Zigbee is also advanced version of Bluetooth, but the range of the Zigbee is very much far. So this is all about the history of IoT, evolutions of IoT. If you have any problem, you can tell me, or if you have any doubt, you can ask.